Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan, and I wanted to share something with you guys today, something kind of special that I've been working on. I have been sick the past couple weeks, and kind of what got me through it was working on some journals and just crafting and stuff. And I made this little junk journal here, which I'm super proud of. I absolutely love it. I was at a flea market a couple weeks ago and found this book actually there. And I didn't show this one. I did a little haul of my, all the stuff that I had gotten that day. And I forgot to put this book in there because I had already kind of set it aside for this project. And so I just forgot to grab it. But anywho, yeah, so here is the side view. She's very chunky. This book I saw it and immediately fell in love with it. I loved the cover, and I thought, you know what, it really doesn't need any other decorations. It's just beautiful. And I loved how it had these little corner things here, and they're all kind of just, yeah, crusty. So I just love that. The one thing, I did have to do some repairs on the spine because it was falling apart completely. And there was this whole section down here that was missing. So I basically just took some cereal box cardboard and replaced the spine, did a little surgery on her, and brought her back to life. So, and then I did, I had some fabrics that I used to cover, because like I said, the spine was really rough and it was basically just kind of flaking off, and I wanted to stop that from happening. So, and then I just, of course, layered some lace on there. On the front here, like I said, I didn't do any other decoration other than the little bit of lace here. I did a button closure with this elastic. I got this idea from Kathleen over at BeAgainBooks, and I will link her channel below if you want to check her out. She has a tutorial on how to do this, and I really loved the closure. I just wanted something very simple for this book, and this just was perfect for that. The button I got from the flea market as well in a big bag. I showed that in my haul, and I'll put that in the cards for you if you want to check that out. And then, yeah, Kathleen shows how she adds beads to the elastic closure there, and just really cute. So let's go ahead and get, if I can grab that there, flip her open here and do a little flip through for you guys. All right, so I wanted to do a good amount of decorating on the pages before I put the signatures in, but I also wanted to leave some of the pages kind of open to be able to add stuff in later. And I took this doily here. It's like has starch on it or whatever. It's very stiff, but I made a pocket out of it. And I'm gonna grab just this envelope here so that I can kind of show you guys different pockets and stuff, little tuck spots. So there's a pocket there. I don't have anything in there yet, just wasn't quite sure. And then this, you could use as a tuck spot for something smaller as well. So I just did the fabric sewn on with a little bit of that lace trim. Coffee dyed papers. So just I went through my stash of papers that I had printed off, like digital printables that I had just sitting for the longest time. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna use some of those. And then I made this little tuck spot here with some paper scraps. This is a little pocket here. I got this in a swap, and I just ended up tearing the top off, and I'm going to use the top of the envelope like as a tag. But I wanted to make a little tuck spot. Well, that won't work because that's too wide. Let me grab a little piece of, here we go, something more narrow. So I've got this little pocket there. So, and then this, I just did a little cluster here with some book page fabric, some lace, and then this really pretty flower that I got from Esme over at Crafty Me Shop on Facebook. She has live sales that she does, and she has some of the most beautiful laces and fabrics and different appliques and stuff. Here I just have this postcard image from my porch prints, and I just have some different papers kind of stuck in there. Did some stenciling in the background with just some distress ink. This is a little tuck spot here as well. Hindsight, I should have moved it over a little bit so that it's more kind of in the middle of the page, but you know, live and learn. So, and then just some stamping here with a Linda Israel stamp. And then on the back side, again, I should have moved this, you know, little belly, it's kind of like a belly band, I guess, over towards the middle a little bit, but I ended up sticking this card in here and then just paper clipping it down. And then here's some more printable paper that I had, which I think this is, I think it's my porch prints. I can't remember. I've had it for a while. And then here I just did a napkin overlay on the back of that paper there that I just kind of distressed. And then here, this is a printable that well, this is not a printable. The other side, this is actually from my Patreon from a few months ago that I did these really cute flowers on the background. And I did a little bit of coffee dyeing on here. And the cool part is that the dye from the paper, and you can kind of see it here, it's a little bit discolored. It actually came through to the other side of the paper. So you can kind of see how it's a little bit pinkish there. So I thought that was really cool. Kind of coordinates with the pinks on the opposite side. So, and then this is just a tuck spot here with a little envelope from my porch prints. This is on one of their, they have like ephemera kits that you can buy. And then I just made some journaling space on the inside of here with a tear-off sheet and some Linda Israel stamps, butterfly stamps. These, I believe, came from a set of stamps from Amazon. So then that goes there. Here's my porch prints again, just a little tuck spot at the top there. It does have a printed paper on the back there. I was thinking about maybe putting like some plain paper on the back to make journaling spot. So I just haven't done that yet. And then this, of course, is just kind of glued down, so it's not part of the pocket. This I really had fun with. It's sort of a, I guess it's just a pocket. I layered a bunch of different things. I've got this green paper here that I folded over so that it crosses on the back of that page. Folded it up a little bit and just layered some different items there to make a pocket. And it goes all the way through. Not sure if I want to glue this, like glue it down here so the stuff doesn't pop through, but it's pretty tight. It's held pretty well in there. And then these are just some leaf stamps that I got from the Dollar Tree, actually. But yeah, then I just have my porch prints ephemera in there, and then this plain vintage recipe card. So it's kind of discolored and cool looking. I don't have anything in this pocket yet. I just, like I said, I didn't want to decorate everything. I wanted to kind of leave some of that for later. So here I had this scrap of, I think it was like meant to go on like a curtain, like the bottom of a curtain. So I suppose it would just be like lace, but it was like a huge piece of fabric that I got. So I had a scrap of that I just glued down with that little butterfly from my porch prints. And then this is an envelope pocket that I made from some junk mail. And then I just made this journaling card here. The stamp is from Linda Israel. The border stamp is as well. And then I just did some sewing on it. I had some of this really pretty brown textured paper that I made a little tab out of. And then on the back, you've got your writing space. So, and then let's get this in here now. Sometimes, you know, you go to put stuff in the pockets and it just like doesn't want to cooperate. Here we go. And I think I made this, yeah. So behind here is a pocket as well that goes the whole length. So you have a place to put something if you wanted to put like an envelope back there or whatever with some private, just little hidden tuck spot. And then this page here, I just took some notebook paper. I had some textured papers here, just some scraps again, and made this little journaling card here from, and this is actually tuck spot too, so you can put little tags or whatever you want in there. The stamp is from Dollar General. This is, or not Dollar General, Dollar Tree. And I think these are the ones that are from Amazon as well. And this is just a book page that did some stamping in the background. With the flowers there, the blue. And then here I have another piece of junk mail that I just cut down and decorated to make just a little simple pocket. And this is, of course, more of that paper. And here's the back of it. I didn't do anything on the back of it because I loved how messy and fun just that paint on there. So there's that. And then here's the back. I just left it plain for now. Here's, of course, a tuck spot here that you can, or a little pocket that you can put stuff in. And you know, it's funny because I have found that I love making journals. I really enjoy the process of it, and it's so much fun. But what I've also realized is that I cannot use all of these journals. So I'm not sure whether to sell them. Like with this one, I really love it. But then I'm like, will I use it? I mean, I have the intentions, like when I make a journal, I have the intentions of using it, right? And then I'm just like, I have other journals that I'm working in, and then I feel like, you know, I'll neglect the other ones and just kind of get overwhelmed. But I don't know. I might end up selling this one. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know. I don't even know if there'd be any interest in buying journals that I make, but yeah, I guess we'll just see. It's a absolutely beautiful book, like I said, and that's kind of what makes me want to not sell it, is that I know I'll never find this again, you know? Well, I mean, I could probably look on eBay, but like the odds of finding it are really low probably. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Guess we'll just see. And then here's a little tuck spot here, just a tiny little one. I left the top open, glued the bottom part down so you could tuck stuff in there. And then this is a digital image from my Patreon collage pages from several months ago that I just did. I took a dictionary page and did some stamping on top of it and some, did I do jelly print? I think this might have been a jelly print. And then I scanned it into my computer to make a digital paper out of it. And then I just did some quick coffee dyeing on the back of there. I have no idea where this paper came from. I have had it printed out in my stack of papers forever. Like I'm talking years, like probably 2 or 3 years. So I have no idea where it came from. And the inside of that, I just did some quick coffee dyeing. Here's the back of that digital paper. And then I just did a little paper ruffle, or fabric ruffle on the notebook paper. Here's the back of that envelope. And again, I just left it blank for later. That's the other part too, is that, you know, if I do decide to sell it, you know, at least I have, like there's plenty of places where whoever buys it can kind of make it their own and add their own touches to it. So, and then this is another paper actually that I had on my Patreon, digital paper. And then I just have this envelope here. I kind of made it look like an old envelope that had been, you know, addressed to someone. This is I found this at the Dollar Tree, and it's like a mesh, and it has this white, it's kind of like drywall is what it reminds me of, but it's a really cool texture. So I just glued it down because just to give it a little bit of color, and texture to that page. So I've got this back of that printable page here. Here's an envelope, or not envelope, a little like file folder that I had gotten in a swap, and I thought that was cute in there. Made a little pocket out of some textured paper, and then added a little bit of fabric. And this again is that digital paper that I had on my Patreon. Did a little tuck spot here with more of the textured paper that I had, and then a tear off page just there for some writing. This is the stamp from Linda Israel. Did a little pocket here to put stuff in there. Did some stenciling here on this one. And then that's the end of the first signature. So how I did it was I went through and took some, after I built the spine up, I took some, an old like manila folder scrap thing to glue the signatures down, or sew the signatures to make like a fake spine. And then I glued that to the book itself. So here I made a little pocket with this lace, I don't know what you would call this, like it's not really a doily, it's just like an applique, I suppose. I got this from Esme, again, over at Crafty Me Shop. And this is just a paper from a sketchbook, an old sketchbook. Here I made a pocket with a little bit of the that green paper that I had left over. And I had, I loved the color of this with the gold and the green. So it just kind of coordinated with everything, made a little, so got this pocket here, and then this tea bag pouch is a pocket as well. So, and then this is just a tuck spot, and I can't remember where this ephemera came from. It was a digital, like I think freebie from a Facebook group probably. But yeah, so you got that little tuck spot there. Got this pocket here with some textured paper. And it's like a textured cardstock. It's very thick. And I loved the colors. It just kind of was really easy to coordinate with the colors that I was feeling when I did this journal. So just yellows and all different shades of red and green and stuff. So just got this little lace tuck spot here, and did a little cluster there with the butterfly and some lace. I got an envelope, can't talk, here, made from some junk mail, and I left it looking like junk mail because, yeah, sometimes I like that look, you know, just kind of fun. I think this paper is from my Porch Prints, I believe. And this was my old printer, and it's not supposed to have like all these different colors. It printed so wonky, but I thought it was still pretty, so I kept it. And I'm glad I did, because it kind of goes with the pink here and kind of pulls that out. Then on the back of here, I took an envelope and did a little punch out of there, and then you've got space to little tuck spot there. And I think I left the top, no, was it the side? Yeah, the side open there for a hidden tuck spot as well. And then here I just did some stamping. This is from Linda Israel. This word stamp is from one that I have from Amazon. And I always have, when I buy things from Amazon that I like, I put them in my Amazon favorites list for planning and journaling. So you'll always find those things in there if you're curious. It's down in the description box if you're looking for something specific. And then here I just had a little piece of paper that I did some stamping on that I just paper clipped in there. Same thing on this side. Got this, this was just some like scrapbook paper that I did some distress ink with a little bit of water and just kind of swished it around with a brush, just kind of give it some color. got a book page here. This is a tuck spot. So there's, you can see the back of that. And I did some coffee dyeing on there. Here's another book page that was just an old, you know, vintage book. So it's has its own distressing on it, which I absolutely love. And then this I threw in here. I love the colors of it. This is from my Patreon from a couple months ago as well. One of the printable collage or printable papers that I had. I've got this really pretty printable paper, which I want to say is my porch prints, but I am not for sure. I'm not 100% sure. You know, it's hard when you print things out and you forget where, you know, like what shop they came from. But if anybody wants to know for sure, just let me know in a comment and I'll look it up and get it for you. So, and then I just used this little paper clip here with some of this fabric that was extra from this little pocket here that I made. Just paper clipped him in there. Did some stenciling with Distress ink on the page there. Coffee dye paper. This really pretty foiled paper here is from a subscription box from Linda Israel from last year, I believe. And it's just black on the inside. Kind of liked that. Just, I loved this whole vibe. And then I thought, well, how fun is that? Just kind of something different with that black on the inside. This is a stamp from Linda Israel as well. It's one of her library card stamps. And just layered that on there and made, so got this little tuck spot there. Just blank side of that one there. Book pages. Oh, and here, this is the other side of that scrapbook paper. I made a pocket there. This envelope I had gotten in my thrift store haul that I bought a bag of envelopes. Like, I don't remember how many were in there. I think 50 for 50 envelopes for like $1. It was crazy. I was like, yes, please. Because a lot of them are like discolored, and you can even see, like, I didn't have to distress this. It already had that vibe to it. So you've got this little, I left it so that it's a pocket. And then of course you've got your envelope there that you can put stuff into. Got this little pocket that I made from some more scrap paper. And this is the back of that sunflower. The sunflower paper is from my Patreon as well in the printables. I loved it. And again, when I went to coffee dye it started to pull some of the ink from the other side. And I thought that was so cool. You know, it's funny when you have like an accident, but it ends up, like Bob Ross called them happy accidents. That's what I feel like with this, because it ended up being really pretty. And then I just made a pocket, used my circle punch to make the little notch out of there. So you've got this, the full pocket here. And then I had some scrapbook paper that it was a scrap actually, and I thought it was perfect. Little bird sitting on the flower, so perfect. Here's the other side with that little pocket. And then just the last page of this signature here is just a coffee dyed paper that I did some coffee dyeing on, and then one of the envelopes, again, from that bag of envelopes, with a little piece of paper from a paper pack that I got from Stationery Pal. And the next, so the last signature, it has 3 signatures. I don't know how many pages it has. I think each signature has 12 pages. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So each page, or each signature has 12 pages. Got 12 pages per signature. So 36 pages, take 36 times 4 to get the number of pages that you have. So anywho, yeah, so it made this little pocket here, just layered some scrap paper that I had and sewed it down. one of those postcards. This was a freebie, actually. All these floral postcards that you've seen was a freebie from my porch prints, and then did a pocket there for that. It's one of the free, or not free, basically free envelopes I got from that thrift store haul, and then just a place that you can put that. And then got this little piece of coffee dyed paper that I stuck just in there, little tuck spot. Just did some stamping on some notebook paper, and then the tear off sheets. These are from Dollar Tree, and I got four of them. This is what they look like. And then you get like three notepads per package. So then they just have different colors of those. And then, oh, these stamps, I don't know where these stamps came from. I can't remember the brand. I got them at the thrift store. And so I just layered those stamps there. And then just a book page from my flower book that I love. Made a little pocket here with some more scrap paper. I tried to use up a lot of scraps as much as I could. So a scrap paper pocket. Here, I really loved this page. So we've got this little tuck spot here. You know, you've got this whole length here that you can put something bigger in if you want to. Did a cluster here with some fabric, some paper, and then I sewed some buttons on. And this button is actually the same as the one that's on the front. So, and then sewed some paper down. So you've got, oops, here we go. Got this pocket here, goes the whole length. And then this pocket back here too, which has some of that tear off paper in there. So writing space, lots of writing space. Here I just took this envelope, kind of just dressed it a little bit. So there's nothing in there now, but you can add whatever you want. And then made a little, put this little label down from Calico Collage. This is Linda Israel, just to kind of hold that closed. And then I did another cluster here, and this is actually a little tuck spot if you want it to be. Some fabric scraps, lace scrap, some thread that I had just kind of balled up that it had knots in it, and it was making me crazy. So I ended up just throwing it away. Then I was like, wait a minute, that would look really pretty with the orange. So grabbed that out of my trash can. And then this little paper flower with a button sewn on. So here, this is from, oh my goodness, where did this come from? I can't even remember now. It's actually a sticker, but I didn't peel it up. I just made it into a tuck spot here. So I glued it down on the side and the bottom. And then this card here from my porch prints that I paper clipped to that page. And then this pocket here I got from a swap that I did last month. And there were several of them in the swap itself. I did some embossing here with a stamp that I got from Stampin' Up, and then just did that black glossy embossing powder. So you've got that pocket. Yes. I wondered, did I leave that open? Yes, I did. So you've got the whole length of the pocket here, and then this one as well. So, and then this is the back of that. What is it? Like journal, sketchbook. Oh my word, sketchbook paper. It's kind of a mid-weight paper. It's you know, but it's perfect because it's vintage. And then I just grunched it up with some coffee, and thought it's just, I love it. So did some stamping on that. This image, I believe, is a freebie. I don't know. I've had it printed off for a while. Same with this one here. The butterfly is from my porch prints, and then I just added some trim on it. Some stamps there from Amazon. This paper, no clue. Had it printed forever. Probably a freebie from a Facebook group, honestly. And then I just did some coffee dyeing on the back of that one. Layered more of that scrap paper here. So I've got the belly band with the little bird stamp from Dollar Tree. The back of there, I just did some lace, some ribbon, did some sewing on it. Here's more of that, that bird. This is actually where that little scrap came from. And then some lace at the bottom. Here I did a belly band with this really pretty lace with the ribbon. So the belly band there with just some coffee dye paper. This butterfly paper here is actually a scanned image from when I did my jelly printing and then scanned them into my computer and uploaded them on my Patreon. So you can find those over there. There's a link to my Patreon down below if you want to check it out. It's just $5 a month to join if you want to. And then I do have a Happy Meal tier. So I send you a box of journaling and planning goodies every month for that tier as well. So let me know if you have any questions. Did some stenciling on the back of there with some distress inks. Just got this book page here. This is a printable from my porch prints, I believe. Did some sewing on that. Here's more of that, those tear off sheets. Did some stamping. I think this is my porch prints as well. Here's the back of that orange butterfly paper. And this is a little tuck spot. And this as well. I wanted to kind of add something to that. I don't know. It seems kind of plain to me. And then I had this applique doily thing that was all hooked together that I got from the thrift store. And I just cut one of the little flowers off and sewed it down to make a little pocket. Sewed some fabric on there. Here's the back of that coffee dyed paper. This piece here was from a set of ephemera that I got from my stationery pal. So I just glued it down to make a little tuck spot. Added some scrap of that trim on there. So sketchbook paper, printables, book page. And then, yeah, this is just another scrap. Made a little pocket. Did some stenciling there with Linda Israel stencils. Those are the ones I use. Love them. And, yeah, made that little pocket with some scraps. I tried to do this little technique where you, I've seen it. I don't know if it's like a paper punch. I just took my little single hole puncher and just made 3 holes. Just kind of give a little bit of design. And then that's the back. So I was going to put some kind of pocket back here. I'm just not quite sure yet what I want to do. So that is my latest creation that I love. I've been having so much fun making journals, and it's really enjoyable. So I can't use, like, I want to make all the journals, but I can't use all the journals. So I don't know what to do with them, but anywho, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.